Tell me, is it time to start the beer board?
We sure can.
One second.
Full speed ahead.
Everybody's attention, please. We're going to start the beer board. We do have a quorum, and the beer board meeting for August 10th, 2017 is now in session. First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes. Has the board had a chance to review the minutes?
Yes.
Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
I'll second it. All in favor of approving the minutes, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes have been approved. Next item on the agenda is a beer permit request. It's an approval of a Class 6 special occasion beer permit for the Farragut Business Alliance Dog Days at Village Green.
Yes, sir. The applicant is here tonight, and all their paperwork is in order. And as you said, it's the Dog Days at Village Green, and they are requesting a special occasion beer permit for September 14th to the 18th. They are also the Business Alliance is also requesting the $100 application fee to be waived as the town is an event sponsor. The motion is to waive the $100 application fee and approve the special occasion beer permit for the Dog Days at Village Green.
Steve, you want to? Yeah, just give us an update on what we can all expect.
Do I do the official Steve Krimpaski, Executive Director, Farragut Business Alliance, 10609 Chevy Drive, Knoxville, Tennessee. For 3 days, we are going to cordon off a portion of the parking lot over at Village Green in front of Steinmart and Ricky's Pet Depot. We are inviting up to 40 competitive dog owners to bring their animals to our town for the duration of the competition, which will be Saturday and Sunday. Friday is a half a day of preparation, and the last part of the evening is open to the public, free of charge, to come over and use the dock and the pool to see if local people and their pets want to learn about the competition and become part of it. So the Pooch Plunge is from 4 to 7 o'clock on Friday, September 15th. Activities start the next day at 9 a.m. and will continue about until around 7 p.m. with 5 rounds of competition of competitive dog jumping and other things that Dock Dogs International requests. Along with the event, and the reason I have a beer license is that we will have a very large party tent with tables and chairs to accommodate crowds under that tent. We'll also have TVs. TDS, being one of our major sponsors, will provide a signal for all the football games and college activity that day. And then on the perimeter of the grounds will also be local vendors, food, beverage, and retail. We also have some national dog food chains coming in and manning booths in the retail area, and we're hoping to get some more, I guess, pet supplies, pet grooming, all those things that dog owners love to play with, to fill out the grounds. The next day, we begin at about 11 a.m. with registrations, final registrations. There'll be 2 rounds of finals, and those people in the finals will have gained points to go and qualify for the World Championships of Dock Dogs, which will be in Knoxville, Tennessee for the next 3 years at the Civic Center in late October of each year. And for the Titan fans here, we'll have the Titans football game on in the beer garden tent. So that's...
Sounds great. Sounds exciting. When you say local vendors, I'm just curious, is it restaurants from just Village Green, or is it going to be other restaurants from around town?
There'll be other restaurants from around town.
Good.
Be plenty of choice of food. Casual Pint is my supplier for the beer. And the other vendors include everything from Osteo Strong and the Voice Tank to Natural Balance dog food. So we have a variety of things that people can go talk to the vendors about.
Great. Any other questions from the board?
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, and we're still taking vendors, so call me.
Great.
Great.
All right, do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Now, this motion is to waive the $100 application fee as well as approve it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do I hear a second? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. We're looking forward to it, Steve. Any other business for the beer board?
Yes, sir.
All right, if not, the meeting is adjourned.
So we'll now all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Silent prayer first. Silent prayer first.
Yeah, silent prayer first. Pledge. I pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We do have a quorum. And the first item is approval of the agenda, which is very short, so
Motion to approve the agenda is written.
Second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next is the mayor's report, and I don't think I have anything to report tonight. Anybody else have something you want to say at this point?
I have nothing.
Nothing.
Beautiful summer.
Yeah. Next item then is Citizens Forum,
No one has signed up.
and the next one is approval of minutes from July 27th.
I've read the minutes and I approve them.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Move to ordinances. We've got two of them, and I think they're both second reading. The first one is ordinance 17-10, ordinance to rezone parcels 79, 80, 81, 97, 96, tax map 151, and portions of parcels 78, 95, and 9501, tax map 151, located along Kingston Pike and South Watt Road, 18.65 acres from R, I'm losing it,
R1?
R1,
The C1.
and CD C1 to PCD GBS engineering applicant.
This request is for the Planned Commercial Development District, and that requires a survey, a narrative, and a concept master plan, unlike a lot of the rezoning requests that you all consider. This particular request is in the southwestern corner of South Watt Road and Kingston Pike on the far western end of the town. This particular concept master plan would provide for a big box grocery store, 2 retail buildings along Kingston Pike, and some multifamily buildings. This was unanimously recommended for approval by the Planning Commission and was approved on first reading, and there have been no changes since first reading. And it's presented here for you for approval on second reading.
No changes since we approved it at our last meeting, correct?
Correct.
I make a motion we approve.
Second.
Any discussion?
None.
If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Have a great project. We look forward to it.
The next one is ordinance 17-11, ordinance to amend Chapter 3, Section, what is that, 12F 9A to provide for new height regulations for buildings constructed in the mixed-use town center portion of the general commercial zoning district, town of Farragut applicant.
This ordinance would provide for some flexibility for smaller existing lots of record in what's identified as our mixed-use town center on our future land use map that you all have adopted. This would give an applicant the ability to construct new buildings that are less than 2 stories, provided they still demonstrate compliance with other architectural goals of the mixed-use town center and our architectural design standards. This ordinance was recommended unanimously for approval by the Planning Commission and was approved on first reading. There have been no changes since first reading, and the staff recommends approval on second reading.
I'll move to approve ordinance 1711 on second reading.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
It passes. Now we move to first reading of ordinance 17-12, an ordinance of the town of Farragut, Tennessee, amending equipment fund for fiscal year 2017 to 2018 budget passed by ordinance 17-09.
Yes, sir. This equipment fund will be amended by increasing the appropriated expenditures from $123,000 to $144,000, an increase of $21,000. The increase is due to the maintenance cost of a 2009 Ford F-150 pickup truck. The truck is scheduled for replacement in FY19, but due to the increased maintenance costs, staff has concluded that it is beneficial to replace the truck in the current fiscal year. Therefore, the motion is to approve ordinance 17-12 on first reading.
Motion to approve.
I'll second it.
So let's talk about this a little bit. So, is there any recapture on this? Any salvage on the truck we're replacing?
Yes, sir. We'll put it on Gov Deals once we surplus it, which I believe is later. I think I have it on the surplus schedule. But we'll surplus it, then we'll put it on Gov Deals, and we'll sell it on there.
So we're looking for $21,000 basically to. Is that what it is?
No, what we're doing is the truck was scheduled to be replaced next year, and due to the increased costs, we're going to replace it this year instead of next year. So we're pretty much just taking money from next fiscal year and allocating it this fiscal year instead of the next.
And it's $21,000.
Well, that's the difference of what was budgeted versus how much the truck cost.
Okay, so it's $21,000 basically what we're. And it's a Ford F-150.
It's actually going to be, you're going to be approving the purchase later tonight, and it is, there'll be 2 trucks for $46,000, so 23. It's going to be your next item for the 2 trucks, the approval of the purchase
All
of
right.
those.
So we were scheduled to purchase one this year and one next year.
Correct.
We're just moving next year to this one, so that's where the 2 are.
Correct.
So, okay.
A question for Bud. Does the truck that the 2009, is that truck drivable, runnable, sellable?
It
on
is.
Gov Deals?
It is sellable. What we'll have to do is when we sell the truck, be honest with the Gov Deals people that are going to bid on it. It has a shutter in the transmission, and when it goes through second and third gear, it has a shutter in it. There's a couple of sensors that do not keep it from running, but are very expensive to replace. And just to keep it running, we had to do a coil pack, 2 of the coil packs. They're saying the other ones are going. They haven't gone. I've got it so that it will run and last till we get another truck in, hopefully. We'll just have to disclose that. We won't get as much as we have in the past for our trucks on this one, because the other trucks mechanically have been okay. They're just at that age, or we just got through, doing a bunch of maintenance. But we're looking at we spent 1,100 on it, and we're looking at about 3,000 more.
Wow.
For a truck that has a value of, I'm gonna say it's got 118,000. I wrote it down. It's 115, 118,000, but the interior's in pretty bad shape. The bed is totally inside and out, is wiped out as far as cosmetic, and it's still functional as a pickup truck, but it just cosmetically it's been used, and so. We're talking about a truck that would bring $6,000 to $8,000 on a bid process, and to throw $3,000 and possibly more into it, I don't think it's feasible. So,
Gas engine truck?
pardon me?
A gas engine or diesel?
It's gas.
Gas, okay. Thank you.
Anything about Fords from this experience, or
Yeah, we're going to buy some more.
more Fords?
Pardon?
More Fords? 18,000 miles and
Yeah. Yeah, the trucks that get used every day by the guys get, I mean, they a lot of times they'll just sit and idle, 6, 8 hours at a time, in a work zone with flashing lights or message boards
Yeah.
up on them. And this one actually does have a message board on it. I mean, it's just stop and go type stuff. And so we've gone through it. I've got 104. I got 104,000, almost 105,000 on the 250 that I'm driving. Knock on wood, I haven't had any issues yet to amount to any money.
a
But
250, that's a 3/4 ton, right? Yeah.
yeah, that's one of our plow trucks. So
My experience is 3/4 ton trucks last 2-3 times as long as a half ton truck's a car, basically. I got a 3/4 ton 2004. It's got 150,000 miles on it. I just put plugs in it the first time.
Yeah.
That's all I've done to that truck.
yeah.
And it's a work truck.
When we go through the bids, you're going to see here in a little bit. You'll see some things, and I'll explain that here when we go through the bids. About some other options, but hopefully the bid will turn out a little bit different next time. But right now
We got some 3/4 ton trucks in the fleet, right? Yours and
Yep, got another one in Public Works. It's a 2-wheel drive. That's we've got a snowplow on it.
I know 3/4 ton's a little more expensive up front, but man, it's a whole lot more truck.
Well, the motors are the same. The motor's exactly the same that's in my truck, that's in this one we're talking about. So I don't know.
The motors pretty much run forever, but it's transmission, the brakes, the axles, differentials, and all that stuff. Shocks are just so light on those.
I've not had any problem with the suspension. My issue. This is the first transmission issue we've had. My issue has been the motors, the coil packs, and the sensors, oxygen sensors, and things like that.
Okay, I have no more.
I have no further questions.
None.
I would say you might want to consider trying a Chevy truck just for laughs.
If I get them to bid, I hand delivered a bid to them,
Really?
then turn it back in.
Ladies didn't bid on it?
I won't mention any names.
Any more discussion?
I have none.
None.
Any more?
Got a vote?
Do we have a,
Well, we have a motion on the table. I think we're
It's
ready
been
to go.
seconded.
Yeah, it's been seconded.
all right, all in favor say aye. Aye. That passes. So we move to first reading of ordinance 17-12. No, that's what we just did, didn't we?
Yes, sir.
Business items then. Approval of purchase of two 2018 two-wheel drive pickup trucks.
Yes, the purchase, this agenda is for the purchase of two trucks. The truck one of the trucks that we're replacing is a 2009 F-150 that we're having the maintenance issues with. And then the other one is a truck that we had talked about in the workshops and the budget items. Because we had increased staff, we were already a little bit short. Then we're going to be really short when we get these 2 staff members in. So that other second truck is for that. If you look at the bids that are attached to that, we received on August 1st. The vehicle, we did it in 2 parts. One was for a 2018 truck, and the alternate bid was for a truck that they had on the lot, which could have been a 17 that met our bid requirements. And the one truck that the dealer had on the lot that did not meet the bid requirements. The staff is recommending award of the contract to the low bidder, which is Lonnie Cobb Ford, and that in the total amount of $46,360 for 2 2018 Ford F-150 4x2 Super Cab trucks.
And Dodge bid it?
Yes, we did have some Dodge trucks that bid. Well, one of the Dodge dealers did not meet the minimum requirements for the motor. The second Dodge bidder did not meet the minimum requirements for the wheelbase length of the truck. In the bids, I put minimums for each thing, and they need to meet or exceed those, and they came along and did not bid the right truck or the right motor. And so I had to dismiss their bid because it did not meet the bid requirements.
And the Super Cab is, it's got the small door. It's not the.
Yeah, we can get 4 guys in the.
Got a back seat.
4 to 5, and it does have the rear seat and room for them to sit, so we can take an entire crew in one truck.
And what was the motor size thing? What are we looking for?
The motor minimum was a 5-liter, a V6 5-liter, and Dodge bid. They've got a smaller motor, and it's a 3-point something.
3.8.
And then Chevrolet, they have to bid the same motor, which theirs is like a 5.3 for Chevrolet. And so I was trying to get, if Dodge bid, I was trying to get them to bid the motor that's compatible with the motors that we have now. Yeah, so that if we're pulling a trailer or we're pulling a load, that we have what we need to do that.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay, I have no more questions.
I'll move for approval of bids for the purchase of 2 2018 Ford F-150s 4x2 Super Cab trucks from Lonnie Cobb Ford LLC in the amount of $46,360.
Second.
one more before you vote. This is pending the second reading of the amended budget. Is that correct, Allison? Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah.
Should we get another shot at this? Maybe we can get
No,
a bid on
I
this.
won't be back.
No,
It's
not
just, it's if she,
No, this is official. Once you vote on this is done.
yeah.
We just know that we didn't want to wait until 2 more weeks because then that puts in 2 more weeks after that for the ability to get the truck. So we want to go ahead and do it, but subject to that second reading.
Gotcha.
Good deal.
All right. Did we vote? All right.
We got a second, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That passes. The next one is approval of bids for a 2018 backhoe.
Ooh.
This purchase of this agenda item is to approve the purchase of a 2018 backhoe. The backhoe that we'll be replacing is a 2003 case backhoe that was due for replacement this year. Due to the age and future maintenance costs, staff feels this is the best time to replace this backhoe. The town is purchasing this piece of equipment through the NJPA, which is the National Joint Powers Alliance. This is a national bid process instead of a state bid that we've used in the past. This is a national bid process. It provides national leverage and competitive solicited purchase contracts under the guidance of the Uniform Municipal Contracting Law. The basic backhoe is pre-bid, and then the added options are priced with a 45% discount per the agreement with the NJPA. Staff recommends award this bid through the NJPA for the 2018 Case 580 SN backhoe from Contractors Machinery for a total price of $97,481.
Well, to start the discussion, I make a motion that we approve the bid
Second.
for the 2018 backhoe. So, four-wheel drive,
Yes, sir.
air conditioned,
Yes, sir.
enclosed cab, sweet.
Yeah, it's a sealed, I mean, almost every piece of equipment now is a sealed cab unit just for environmental for the operator. We operate it in the summer and the winter, so it is heated and cooled. Does not have a radio in it. David told me I wasn't allowed to put a radio in it. So.
Got a 6-disc CD player, right?
No.
No?
No. So we left one option off, so.
Okay. And what are we doing with the old one?
We're going to gov deal that one under, after we get it surplus equipment done with it. We'll put it on gov deals. We're looking at the Contractors Machinery has seen it, and they're thinking we're looking at somewhere between 25 and 35,000 on that machine. These used machines, if y'all have been around where they're moving dirt everywhere, are in extremely high demand right now.
Yeah.
And to get a new machine, there's a wait. There's a little bit of a wait. Typically, they'd have them on the lots, but we're going to have to wait a little while to even get a new machine. They're behind. So used machines are a premium right now. So we should get a good price.
Deal. Well, that helps. That's a pretty big chunk. And the one we're replacing, is it pretty much like this?
That's a 5N right there, or 580N right there, or S. The one that we have, and this is a SN, and it is the new Tier 4, all the maximum EPA rated motor and all that stuff, the afterburn for emissions and everything that they had to get to, I think it was last year. All the diesel stuff had to get to that. So this is it.
Well, Al Gore will be mighty proud. All right. So the one we're replacing, did it have air conditioning, closed cab, and all that?
Yeah, it's got a closed cabin.
Okay. All right. I don't have any more questions. Do we have how many bids do we have on this thing? Do we?
We just got the one. This has already been pre-bid through this.
Okay, just through the
NJPA.
Yeah.
And it's a national deal.
Like a buyer's group, or?
Yeah, it's a buyer's group. I had heard about it, and then we started checking into it. And Maribel had just bought 3 backhoes through this, and you get a pretty good deal because it's bid on a national level, where state bids has been on state level. So this is even bigger than that.
Is this one going to have extend-a-hoe?
No, it's an option that we don't use because if you were digging footers or you were digging deeper or something like that, we would get that option, but we would not utilize extend-a-hoe, and it's a pretty significant option. So we are asking for the little claw piece that goes over the back bucket to pick up logs. The thumb. It's a mechanical thumb. It's not a hydraulic. It's just mechanical, but it will make it easier for us to load logs with the back boom into the truck.
Yeah.
And then the other stuff is what we normally have, which is a 4-in-1 bucket that's a split clamshell bucket, and we can take it off and then put forks to load and unload trucks and things up at the building on.
Cool. Sounds good. I have no more questions.
None.
All right, we're ready for a vote then, I think.
Yes.
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bud.
Next item is approval of purchase of museum case. What in the world is this about?
Yeah, tell us about this.
Many of the cases that we have in the museum, where the artifacts are housed, are hand-me-downs from other museums or stores, or were purchased in the way distant past, and are not archival quality. So we are attempting to very slowly replace those cases, mainly in the third gallery right now, which is the gallery that we move a lot of things around in. It's the gallery we use for our changing exhibits. And so with that said, we have in the past year purchased 2 cases from Gaylord Metro, or Gaylord, and they have different series, and the series all look alike, so you're trying to make not a hodgepodge of cases, but something that flows. You can put them together, you can take them apart, but they all have a similar look. They also have pieces that will interchange, so when the tops come off, sometimes we'll have something that you're displaying manuscripts rather than a flat surface, so there are tops and things that go with this. And what we would like to do is purchase a case for the price of $10,978.80, which includes shipping, for the third gallery to continue expanding this and getting these cases. These cases will meet some of the things that we're not currently doing really well, which is making the exhibits eye level for ADA, also for what meets museum guidelines. Some of our our cases now have shelves way too low, and that doesn't really work for a lot of the people that come in to look at the museum. So.
Here's how many cases do we currently have?
In that back room, well, we have some portable, probably 10 to 12, but all different sizes. We have some that are like just stands that have a plexiglass top, where we keep using those. We actually got those for free from UT. A lot of the stuff we've gotten is from other places. And they get used in different areas. The big standing cases that we had were moved out for the Smithsonian exhibit. And one of the cases will come back, and this is going to take the place of the other case. So,
Okay.
So I don't know how many there are total back there, but quite a few.
Well, I'll move for approval of purchase for Metro Gramercy, how do you pronounce that?
Yeah, Gramercy.
Exhibit K72 for $10,978.80.
To open discussion, I'll second.
Any more discussion?
Well, so this is 6 feet long. It's one case. It's 6 feet long, 41 inches high, I guess. It says 41 and a quarter inch wide. 21 and a half inches. I don't understand that. 72 and 3/4 high, 41 and a quarter. Oh, they got that backwards.
It's a depth.
It's not 6 feet tall. It's 6 feet wide.
No, it's probably 6 feet tall because it'll have shelves in it.
Vertical shelf?
About 41 and a quarter wide.
It's a vertical shelf. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's up this wide, and the depth is 21 inches. So,
I need to get in the cabinet business.
yeah, I know they're not cheap, but when you look at all the things that go along with archival, none of it is cheap. That's why it's being done so very slowly. So.
I mean, did we look at any other manufacturers besides?
We do. There's actually not a lot out there to choose from that have archival quality. And this is the line that we felt, or Julia felt, that was the best line to display. So there are different lines. They're all it's a design thing, but they're all in about the same price range. So
This manufacturer.
from most manufacturers.
Okay.
You can buy cases, but they're not archival cases. What they are showroom cases. That's what we have now. It's very different.
So these have these like
hermetically sealed, or they're
Yeah, they have, so nothing's giving off vapors.
they're not
and-
outgassing formaldehyde and stuff like
Right,
that.
and all that kind of stuff, right.
And they're lockable, they're secure.
Yes, yes, they are secure.
They have safety glass on them or tempered glass. Or
Yes, yes. So everything, I mean, it meets all the things that we would need. They should last a really long time. I won't be here, let's see.
Well, I have no more discussion.
I have none.
Ready to vote, huh?
Yeah, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
sir.
you. Next item is the approval of a contract between the town of Farragut and Red Flex for automated traffic enforcement.
Thanks, Mayor. This is an amendment to the existing contract. As you know, we're in the middle of negotiating with Red Flex on the program and a possible new contract to start November 13th. The existing contract terminates November 13th. We're required to give 90 days notice, which would put us at August 13th, 3 days from now. We didn't get the negotiating done in time to have the contract back. So what we're doing is we're going to amend the existing contract to have it go month to month instead of just extending to an additional year. It'll give us a little bit more time to negotiate and come back to the board with a solid contract or a position to move on. So we're recommending we approve this amendment to the existing agreement to allow us to go month to month on the term.
Okay, we're still, well, I guess we need to,
Move to approve the amendment to the 2009 contract between Redflix and the town of Farragut to allow for more time for program and agreement evaluation.
that to open discussion. Anybody have any questions?
None.
Yeah, so we're looking at adding a couple of approaches,
Well, right now, we're just looking at adding one.
the one at Smith Road and
Yes,
Kingston
sir.
Pike.
And we still have to do a study according to the state law, so we don't even know yet if that's even warranted.
Man, I hate not being able to run that one anymore. Just kidding.
You gonna stop running it?
Oh,
Just kidding. Okay, and this is basically what we talked about in our last meeting, right? Just still hashing out the details.
Yes, sir. We're still working on some of the terms, and we just got our review back to Red Flex this week, so they need a little bit more time to digest it and get it back to us. So we just need probably another month.
How long will they allow us to go into month to month? Have they come back with any?
I
Issue.
think right now it's just I don't have the actual amendment in front of me, but I think it's in perpetuity. But
Okay.
we'll have something back before November 13th.
Okay,
Okay, great.
I have no more questions.
None here.
and here.
Any questions, Mayor?
No? Do we have,
It's on the table, been seconded, so we're ready to vote.
all in favor say aye?
Aye.
Thank you.
The next one is approval of resolution R 2017-303, declaring certain town property to be surplus property.
All the items on the list tonight are in working order and have a value that's greater than $100. Therefore, the items meet the criteria to be surplus, and the town will be advertising the items on govdeals.com, which is an online government surplus auction site. The items are a 2009 Ford F-150 pickup truck, a data center open frame computer rack, and I need to add the 2003 Case backhoe. And so the motion is to approve Resolution R 2017-03, declaring certain town property to be surplus property.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve Resolution R 2017-3, declaring certain town property to be surplus property.
Second.
Any more discussion? If not,
I have none.
say aye.
Aye.
This takes us to the town administrator's report.
Thank you, Mayor. There's a lot of things going on in town right now over the next couple of weeks, so I just wanted to give you a few updates. One is tomorrow night we have the Lawn Chair Concert Series at Founders Park from 6 to 9 o'clock. That's a rescheduled event that was rained out last month, so looking forward to seeing that out at Founders Park. Also, we have our next Introduction to Farragut class kicking off next Wednesday, August 16th at 6 p.m. We're looking forward to getting that class started, and they'll be going through that till the 1st of November for those different classes. Also, next week starts the new Sentinel Open Golf Tournament at Fox Den. The tournament's going to be from August 17th on Thursday through Sunday the 20th. It's always a great event. It usually has around 30,000 people in attendance. This year they've got parking at their normal spot off Smith Road, but it's reduced due to the construction of the new facility going out there at the villages of Farragut. So they're also going to have some parking over at JCPenney as well. They've worked out an agreement with them. So. Anyway, I think that's going to be a great event as usual, and we look forward to having hopefully some good weather for it as well. Also, next Saturday on the 19th from 9 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at McPhee Park, we've got Fun with Farragut's Fleet. That's where we have all of our big pickup trucks and dump trucks, fire trucks, you name it, are out there. We're moving it this year from Mayor Bob Leonard Park to McPhee Park due to the construction going on at Mayor Bob. But we really look forward to having that event, and I know kids in the community are going to love it as well. The next Monday, we've got our solar eclipse party. We've been talking a lot about it. I know we've got a lot of people on Facebook that are already saying that they're going to be going to it. But that's going to be on Monday, August 21st from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We've got Concord Christian School is going to be selling hot dogs out there. We've got face painting and different events for the kids to play at. So really expect a pretty decent crowd that day. So if y'all can make it, it'd be wonderful. And then finally, just today, we were able to post online our strategic plan survey. I know the board was working on that strategic plan a few weeks ago. We were able to get the online survey to ask residents to give us their feedback. And on top of that, we're going to have 2 public forums, one on Monday, August 28th at 3 o'clock, and then the next one, the next day, Tuesday, August 29th at 6 o'clock. Those will be kind of a round-robin session, round-table type session with the residents. So again, we're looking forward to getting feedback from as many people as we can, and they just need to go to the town's website, and we'll have some links on there that they can go to the Survey Monkey and fill out that survey. So it's going to be Monday, August 28th at 3 p.m. and Tuesday, August 29th at 6 p.m. And with that, that's all I have to report.
Anybody else have anything you want to say before I say we're adjourned? In that case, we are adjourned.
Good luck.